From KETK, you're watching East Texas Live.
Welcome back, everyone. Our next prophet joining us this morning for East Texas Giving Day is from here in Smith County. We've got Kim and Debbie from Angel Layettes here to share about what they do and the goal that y'all are trying to hit this year. Thanks for being back with us here in studio. Always great to see y'all.
Thank you so very much.
All right, well, tell us a little bit about Angel Layettes.
Well, we've been around East Texas for quite a while. Our founder opened us in 2004, and we became an official nonprofit in 2007 when our Angel House was secured, which is where our volunteers come to help make our layettes. And so our mission is to comfort grieving families by providing infant burial layettes at no charge to hospitals locally and nationwide to help support and dignify that family during a tragedy, one of the hardest things they'll ever go through.
I mean, you're absolutely right. Awful, awful time for a parent. Why do you think it's so important to be able to provide this for them?
It's important because it's often overlooked, a need that's overlooked, and also we're supporting the nurses by making sure that they have something tangible to help connect and support at that time where it's just a very lonely and solitary grief often, but it is such a tragic and deep grief that these families feel. And so it's just something that isn't well known out into the community. So this need that we're feeling just really helps start that healing journey that the family goes on, and is just so important. And so we just want to be there for families and the hospitals and help bridge that gap that we see.
All right, well, Debbie, it costs money to be able to do this, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that's why we're taking part in East Texas Giving Day. How many years have y'all been doing this now?
Well, her and I have only been there a few years, but since 2004.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So a long time.
And we're always looking for those donations because quite frequently, and it's not a topic that people want to bring up, is babies that have passed. And so they think of the big, large nonprofits, and they don't think of Angel Layettes. And so we feel very lucky that you're having us here to just put that word out a little bit.
Of course,
yeah.
We're certainly glad to have y'all. Kim, go ahead.
Yeah, with the increased need and increased community involvement, we have increased need for fabric, and then increased need for sewing machines and supplies. And so we are growing, and we've grown a lot in the past year, and we have a great volunteer base, which we're always looking for more. Yeah. But with that, we do have more of a need for more fabric, more supplies, more sewing machines, and so yes, we do need more funding.
Well, and those supplies aren't cheap, right? We're in the middle of inflation after COVID, so it costs more to be able to do this. You said you wanted to set your goal a little bit higher than last year, so what are we looking to get out of Giving Day this year?
So we raised close to 5,000 last year, which was great, but this year our goal is 7,500.
Okay, well, I certainly think we can meet that. I think that's like a reasonable number, right?
Well, we hope so, yes.
Yes, and you know, it will make our volunteers super happy if we can buy them some more fabric. So we are very hopeful that this year we'll be able to meet that goal.
A lot of our machines are very old, and so we just had to purchase a few new machines, and that's pretty costly, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the old paperwork, and a lot of our machines are 12, 14 years old.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we serve over 100 hospitals locally and nationwide. So you can imagine with how many shipments we're shipping out per year, we're going through a lot of fabric.
They did see an upswing too with COVID. People didn't realize that. As with COVID, there was an upswing of baby mortality too. You wouldn't think of such a thing.
Yeah.
You know, but it did. There was an increase.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to point out, because it's kind of hidden right here.
Oh.
This is what is in the bag, correct?
Yes. So when the hospitals get a layette set, they'll tell us what size they want, and it goes all the way down to a 1 pound baby. And there aren't clothes out there for them to go get in a department store. You know, it's not a happy time. They don't want to go shopping, but they cannot find anything for a 1 pound baby. So we have 5 sizes, and what the hospitals get is a gown, a hat, a blanket, and this is the keepsake heart, and this is to represent their broken heart, and that hopefully those pieces might start mending and going back together a little. Now, when we make the keepsake heart, it's always usually with some of the fabric that's in the set. And so it's a picture, it's a visual picture for them of what that baby was buried in. And so we do try to have it coordinate a little bit, you know, just that piece.
Yeah.
the representation of what the baby was, you know, carefully buried in. Yes.
Well, it's such a sweet thing that y'all do for, like you said, one of the hardest times, and not just, you know, the family's life, but everyone who's involved in that. Really quickly,
Yes, sir.
For volunteer opportunities and for more information about y'all and donation, just not even during East Texas Giving Day, which is on the 25th. We're in early giving right now. Y'all take donations anytime, I'm sure. You
Oh,
won't
yes.
turn your nose up at any money.
No.
Where can we go for all of that information?
We have a website, but also they can give a call if they're interested in volunteering. It's 903-534-5212. Yesterday, somebody got a ride to Angel Layettes bringing a volunteer, and the man that brought the volunteers said, I want to make a donation, and it was just a pleasant surprise. So we take donations any day.
All right.
Yes, sir.
And volunteers. And
Yes.
so also our website is angellayettes.org. And our address is 10534 FM 2813, and we're based in Flint, Texas. Just
One
South
thing
Tyler.
that I'm encouraging too is the church participation.
Okay,
If
yeah.
they want to set up a work project day, that has gone over very well for us.
Yes.
And the participants come, and usually everybody that has set one up sets up another one.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we will get all that information posted over to our website, KETK.com. So if anybody wants to reach out and inquire about
Yes.
that, they certainly
Yes,
can.
sir.
We appreciate y'all being on with us
Thank
this
you
morning.
so
Thank you
very
so
much for
much.
having us.
Of course, anytime. Y'all are welcome back. We've got more East Texas Live right after this quick break, but first we'll check in with Andrew.